Coming in?
Yep, you sound good.
Okay. Waking up. Need to going to resend player invites.
And
Was it?
hold on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty. Go ahead.
sorry. Hello, hello, hello. We are back once again for a third cast today of FJRD Visigoths, is how you pronounce it, against 10th Lyran Guard-Revenants. I am Tios, joined by the wonderful Direwolf Sang.
Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody?
And both teams are ready to do the map ban, so I think we just hop right into it. So, for those of you who are not as familiar with the current standings, these two teams are in the losers bracket, which means that whoever doesn't win here, if which is going to be a best of 5 game, whoever does not win is going to be out for the tournament. This is the pretty much their last chance. Whoever wins this will go on to, I believe, the loser bracket final, and whoever loses it they're out. They're gone. They're donezo.
Yeah. Oh, for the folks that haven't gotten to watch it, can you give a quick recap? I know I've been running around with like a chicken with my head cut off all day, so.
Well, earlier today we had, well, first, FJRD has picked HPG, Lyran Guards has chosen Frozen, FJRD picks Bear Claw, but earlier today, we had, oh lord, today's been a blur. We had the big ticket game of DSC versus Vile, which went to round 6. Vile winning 4 to DSC's 2. Phenomenal game. Everybody should go watch the VOD for that if they have time. I think it's contender for. It is so far the best game of the year, and I do not think that we will have a game this year better than it. So it probably will be best game of, excuse me, sorry, best game of the year.
Yeah.
Before that, we had Mantra against 228, in which Mantra won 3-0. That was a very decisive game. 228 definitely didn't feel as prepared as they should have been, and to be honest, Mantra just walked all over them. So, see if I pull up the bracket here real quick, which I should have already had, but I fell asleep for this cast, so sorry. The winner of this game will face Mantra in losers bracket 4.1, and then the winner of that game will face Dark Sea Corsairs. And then whoever fights Dark Sea Corsairs, the winner of that will go face Vile in the grand finals. So we're actually getting pretty close to the league's end here. Before by the time this round is over, we will be at our top 4 teams.
And it feels like the tournament's only started last week, is what it feels like. Um, but to go back to the current match here against 10th Lyran Guards and Fjord Visigoths, the drop 4 is going to be Bog, drop 5 is going to be Terra. We're going to have a little bit of our work cut out for us with some team swaps here.
They want to make me suffer. FJRD is going to be HPG Team 2. I mean, HPG is whatever. Each side is the same. I'm always surprised to see a team pick Frozen so early on, because you have to be so confident on that map to not care what side you're on. Frozen is probably the most asymmetrically balanced map throughout the whole thing. And then not Bog, Bear Claw. I would say Bear Claw is also pretty balanced between each side, unless you're doing something wild like DSC did earlier today. Bog, some people claim that one side is better than the other. I don't entirely see it, but who am I to say? And then Terra Therma. Terra Therma, I would say it's not that each side is imbalanced. I would say that each side is more accepting towards certain strats. Team 1 is where you want to be if you're a very mobile team, and team 2 is where you want to be if you want to be a lot more stagnant. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get these timers rolling for team. So We swapped.
First map is gonna be
And-
HPG.
Yep. HPG.
I feel like HPG is one of those maps you really don't even need to pull a map strat up for, because you're gonna look for about a couple different strategies. You're gonna be looking for that wall trade and that cap control hold, with Theta being very important. You're probably gonna see a lot of fights and stuff going down in Theta. Probably a lot of brawl. I would not be surprised if I see Fjord send 6 and 10th Lyran going down with 6 as well, trying to take Theta. Because again, Theta is just such a huge important part of the map, because that really allows you to your other non-trader mechs to kind of move around the map and express their presence very well. So, but again, we can also see some pushes, some jumping up the wall, and we're just grabbing outside caps. It really just depends.
Yeah, I would say that of all the maps in this pool, HPG is probably the most scienced out, and everybody definitely knows exactly. I'm not going to say how it's going to play out, but everybody has a pretty good idea of exactly how they want to play it.
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot of reinventing the wheel going on here. Because again, like the HPG Manifold has been updated for 3 years now, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, 2020, April of 2021, I think, or May of 2021, something about that is when it was updated.
I remember playing the old one in the first Blood Leagues, so. Either way, which I do remember we talked about it last time we casted together, was there's a good chance that a lot of the classic maps will come back, like the old HPG and everything. So.
Not all of them. We're just looking at re-adding HPG and Caustic. You know, some of the classic maps, you know, some of them polar, let that one rot. It can stay gone. We don't need to bring that one back. And then let's see, what are some other ones? Terra Therma V1 got some nostalgia, but it was also a pretty bad map. So we don't need to bring that one back either.
I don't know. I never got to play the first rendition of Terra, so I have no idea.
You're not missing out.
So.
And it looks like Team 1 is about to be locked here, hopefully.
That would be very nice. So we can kind of get these rolling. Again, they're kind of stacked in 4 Charlie, 3 Bravo, 1 Alpha. Realistically, like, they're just setting up to grab their caps. You're going to be looking for the wall traders to get up there pretty quickly. Yeah, again, it's really surprising. So, Revenants has 4 in the Charlie spawn, which is the closest to Gamma. So I wonder if they're like I wonder if they see if the drop zone there is quicker, so their lights can move the Theta faster. Or if they're, you know, again, doing a wall push or something of the sort. So, because they're only sending 1 to Alpha, which is probably just to grab that Epsilon cap.
Oh, come on. All right, Team 1's locked. And Team 2 timer go. Oh, if my keyboard works. Yeah, I don't know. These are both teams that are not exactly known for thinking outside the box. That sounds a lot more harsh when I say it out loud. I wasn't trying to be harsh. These are 2 teams that are, you know, they don't have a reputation like Mantra or DSC to an extent of, you know, trying the super weird things that'll definitely throw off their opponent's game.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said about, you know, the going a little bit unorthodox to kind of try and throw your opponent off track and kind of having to adjust to what you're playing. But again, like, 10th Lyran is a very traditional team. Some players that have been definitely in this position before. Half of them were part of the old 5J team that brought it all the way to second last year. So
Oh, come on. Come on, Fjord. You can do this.
just hit the button.
I know.
The button will be pressed eventually.
Oh, are they almost ready? Are they almost ready?
Yeah, they're locked.
Okay.
All right, let's send it.
Let's go. All right. On the Lyran Guard side, we have a Bloodasp Rancor, Crusader 6T, Stone Rhino 2, Shadowcat, Javelin 11F, XEM, Mislinks Ebon Dragoon, and a Spider 5K. So a very heavy range deck with a lot of brawl focused lights, which I would say is a pretty cookie cutter, straightforward way to play the deck. And then obviously through Crusader Brawl Stop as it's so well known for.
Yeah, over on the Fjord side, we have a Madcat Mark II-1, a Shadowcat P, a Viper F, Osiris 1P, Executioner D, a Koloss, Mislinks G, and the ever infamous Dervish by Fjord. So a lot of this looks like, again, you got 2-3 wall guys. Everyone else seems to be just a DPS really fight. I'm really curious to see what's on the Koloss.
I am concerned about 5JD Carbon Fire is in the 2 Hag 40, 2 ER large Stone Rhino. So I'm just gonna level. I'm gonna be entirely upfront. In many games, Carbon Fire's Mech Lab picks have been irregular, usually to the detriment of the team. So I fear that this Stone Rhino is yet another pick. Their Koloss is 2 Goss and 4 ER large.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a straightforward ER large Goss assault, except it's going to make use of the mask of the Koloss for the ability to reposition quicker. FJRD has almost total control of the center, but they have not made a play for Theta, rather focusing more on damage than anything else, which is a little bit surprising, but meh. Meanwhile, Revenants has put all their mechs up on the wall. I wonder if they're afraid of an FJRD push and don't want to put any weight in the center whatsoever. Really weird, because FJRD is completely uncontested in the center and they're not getting Theta, and I'm confused by that.
Yeah.
Okay, Arthan's going to get it now.
Yeah.
God. Maybe? Arthan, please, get Theta. Okay, Echo's doing it.
I think...
No, he's not. Oh my god.
I think Fjord... Yeah, I think Fjord is kind of a little bit confused as to trying to figure out what's going on with the lights of the 10 Lyran guards, because normally there's that rush for Theta and immediately grabbing it, like they're doing it, like Fjord's grabbing it right now. But yeah, they're just kind of laying in wait, kind of seeing what Fjord's gonna do, almost gonna react to whatever they do, which again is very interesting here.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 5JD or Lyran guards, it's gonna take a while for me to not call them 5JD. I'm sorry, but just muscle memory. I feel like they're just too afraid of. I feel like they're too afraid of some theoretical push FJRD could maybe do. FJRD, their wall mechs are kind of having to play their life because they have a lot less range presence than Revenants. Andy is down to 79% in the Mad Cat. which definitely is not feeling great, though he's spreading that damage pretty well. Bacon
Uh,
Lord's down to 68%, though.
Looks like Django and Artillery Hamster are gonna go for a little bit of a fight here. Django's been kind of really sitting over here on this wall, just waiting for the right time to go and try and pick the Koloss. But Artillery Hamster right now has, I think, the DPS advantage, but not the health advantage. Artillery's gonna go ahead and hop off now with DJ coming up in the support. Again, that Crusaders...
He has the DPS advantage, but out of everybody I could ever pick a light fight against, Django's terrifying.
Yeah.
I would not want to pick a light 1v1
Django
against
Django is diving Artillery right now because he realized he could get this pick off pretty quickly and take a huge amount of DPS away from Fjord's light lance.
Yeah.
And again, DJ's pushing up forward here too.
Fjord has realized Cougar is alone in the back, and they're sending Echo to kill him. Which is, never mind. I don't know how they didn't see Cougar, but oh no, Cougar's going to get Andy, and no one has seen him.
Yeah.
Nobody has actually stopped to challenge him.
Well, that Bacon's down to 55% in the Shadow Cat. The Koloss from Fjord dropped down as well. Like, this is Artillery's going to go and challenge. That's not a really good idea for Artillery to go and challenge Django and Canadian like this.
I'm going to be honest. This match has me kind of confused.
Artillery's legged. Yep, down he goes.
I know we said earlier that, this is a tried and true map and there's not a lot of deviation, but both teams are playing this in very strange ways, and I feel like against any other opponent, both these teams would have lost.
Yeah,
given their weird strat of playing this.
Yeah, it looks like
Echo is running up. Echo's legged.
Yeah, it looks
Bacon is playing his life as well as he can, along with Shadow. However, it's now a 3v4. It looks like Bacon's about to go down. Bacon's gone.
Yeah, and then you got
Wolfpack is red and dead. Sleeping Human goes down.
Yeah, Noblesse is about to go down by the combined DPS of Django, Canadian, and Cougar. Again, they've just been cleaning up the rear. I think, again, I agree with everything you're saying. I think just 10 Lyran guards basically just played to the mistakes of Fjord here. But Fjord still has... There is still a chance there of, 10th Island just making quite a bit of mistakes. Like, all it takes is one mistake, but I don't think Fjord has the skill capacity to do it.
So goes down.
Monk goes down.
Even then, Carbon will definitely die here. Maybe. No, because I don't think Atreus can jump up. But I mean, maybe. Carbon will probably die here. But Lyran's guards, mechs are coming back, and I don't think that they'll live long enough.
Yeah, this should be.
Down.
Yeah. And the Dervish did jump up there from the ground.
Yeah. Well, typically they don't pack enough jump jets, but yeah, I get. I guess if you're running a Dervish on HPG, any team worth their salt will specifically make sure that it does have enough jumpies to be able to make a straight jump. But yeah, Arthur is the last one alive, fighting for his life. He's legged, and he's gone.
Yep.
And that's that. Both teams definitely played it in a very unorthodox manner, but GG's to Revenants.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to just a giant skill check for 10th Lyran guards versus Fjord. Like, they have to respect Fjord's push, but at the same time, if they can just do what they just did on HPG, there's not really much they can do to stop really do anything against them. Like, you're looking at the damage numbers here. Artillery Hamster, 41 damage. Eco Ninja, 44 damage. Two of their high DPS mechs, like, just right off the board, which really great job by Revenants there. And then, like, Monk is 835 in that Blood Asp. So, like, their entirety of their team did exactly what they needed to do. They played it nice, cool, calm, collected, and got the win.
Yep, definitely feels like Revenants didn't walk as much in with a plan to win the match themselves, but more they walked in with a plan of, let's wait for FJRD to slip up and then just beat the living daylights out of them. Which, hey, it worked.
Yeah, exactly. So our next map here is going to be Frozen. So
Frozen City. Well,
and I believe it is a side swap as well.
Yes, I just swapped them all. I almost did Frozen City Classic. That would have been bad. So normally, I would say Team One is much stronger in Frozen, and FJRD has the huge advantage here. But FJRD historically doesn't really like to trade that much, and Frozen City Team One is all about trade dominance. So I'm not so sure, but also FJRD chose this side. So what do I know? Maybe they do plan on actually building a 3-cap control trade deck. So who
Yeah,
knows? But I'm not sure.
right. Like again, like this is for all intents and purposes, this is 10th Lyran's win right here for this map because this is everything that's textbook for them. Cap control, trade. Even if they're on the weaker side for trade, I think that makes up. I think their skill level makes up for the fact that they have the worst side. So realistically, this is going to be about as balanced as it gets. Again, like you said, unless we see some big brain galaxy trade strats from Fjord, this is going to be an even fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned for Fjord's sake after they lost round 1 because you are right. This is everything that Revenants excels in, and this is everything that Fjord is not known for. So it's a little concerned. Quick reminder is that for everybody who watched last game and then watched this is not best of 7. This is only 5.
Yeah.
So this is a map where Revenants definitely has an advantage, and if they do win, FJRD is immediately down to sudden death. As somebody who has eliminated week before last, it is amazing how quickly you can find yourself in a scenario where you go from you're on top of the world to, oh shit, this is the final game, and if I screw up, I'm out.
I can't relate to that this year, so
There's only 2 people who can say that: people who didn't play and people who are on Vile. And if you said that to me and you were on Vile, I probably would have teared up a bit. Oh, losing couldn't be me.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so we were just talking about how this is a really trade heavy map. 10th Lyran's not playing Carbon on this, and for all intents and purposes, as far as I know, Carbon's one of their best traders, and he's not playing this drop.
They could be doing a more movement heavy deck.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Carbon does play that turret style of gameplay that we've seen, and definitely from MechWarrior's past. it's
his favorite thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So him not playing really, really kind of shows like there's something off there. This is whenever there's a lot of like that micro management in the game of looking at your opponent's players, seeing like, okay, this dude typically plays trade. He's not here. So what are they doing? So I wonder what's going through Fjord's minds right now, not seeing him. I mean, they still have to worry about 8 other pilots that are on there. I think Lumi came in for Carbon, so they have to worry about him now. He's a little bit more of a, I believe that, like you said, a little bit more of that movement pilot, kind of that heavy and below. So
Team 2 Bravo Charlie, though, that means that they're going to be going upper city, which means that it could be a push deck or it could be a trade deck. But if it's a trade deck, it is going to be a lot more mobile. It's going to be a lot more rotating map control. So definitely makes sense, but I don't know. You are right, and I didn't notice Carbon was gone until you brought it up, but now I am curious.
I wonder if we're going to see like ER large, ER medium push from them coming from that upper city side, pushing up the 7 line. Because the ER large, ER medium still gives them that skirmish standoff range of still being able to trade. Like you're not going to have the power of like Gauss and everything, but you're still going to be able to press when needed to. So like I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a Stone Rhino 6 here instead of a 2 or a Colos. Maybe we'll see some the Longbow 7V or the Overcharge. Mechs kind of like that have the mobility that can still pack those lasers. Looks like we're waiting on Revenants to lock up here soon. It's a green board.
Come on,
And
just say
there we go.
Flashbang out.
Oh.
Alrighty, so on team 1, Hunters of the Fjordlands, we have a Flea 19, a Spider 5K, Executioner, Chirby, a Koloss, a Mad Cat, a Viper, a Shadow Cat, and an Ice Ferret. So trade heavy with trade with a very strong wolf pack.
Yeah. The 10th Lyran Guards, we have an Incubus 5. That's the capping Incubus. We also have, again, the Blood-Ass Rancor, a Koloss coming from Lumi, Kogurt's running a Viper F, your standard damage, Arctic Wolf 2, you're probably going to be looking at ER large SRMs, a Flea 19, everyone knows what comes on a Flea 19, Executioner M, probably going to be ER large or ER large, ER medium, and the Crusader 6T, again, coming from Canadian DJ, probably going to be some ER PPCs and smalls.
So the fact that Lyran Guards brought a Rancor, a Koloss, and an XE really does emphasize how quickly they want to establish their map control and how fluid they want their deck to be. Fjord is doing kind of the same thing, but swapped the Rancor for a Madcap Mark II, which is definitely going to be a little slower. Artillery Hamster going to get Theta almost for free. Team 1 does get this cap almost entirely for free. Fjord looks to be setting up to... Oh, never mind. Artillery gets burned hard. I am surprised he wasn't able to get it. Fjord is still going to be trying for that 3 cap, though, because they're going to be sending somebody towards Kappa as well that you can see on the mini-map.
Yeah. Lumi's Koloss is 2 large, 2 Gauss, and 6 SRM 6, so he definitely kind of has that hybrid bracket build that we're kind of starting to see a lot more coming from, like, your Highlanders and your Stone Rhinos. So he still has a trade capacity, but also, again, can get down and dirty with it, needs to. The Executioners are running 4 large with a laser fist of the Executioners of old, so he has the ability to fight. Bacon's running the Incubus 5 again with 2 beams and 4 light machine guns, so kind of more that stair build, but still able to kind of deny caps.
Vile ran that a lot earlier today to phenomenal success.
Yeah. The Arctic Wolf 2 is 2 heavy larges instead of ERs. Me personally, I like the ERs over the heavies because it gives you a little bit more sustain for those SRMs in the fight, and again, you can reach out further and deny caps.
We have a fight over Kappa. 3 FJRD mechs are jumping Cougar. Oh my god.
He got one.
Cougar is 3v1ing and he drops artillery. I don't understand. That is a huge throw.
Yeah, he's lagged and he's about to go down.
Side.
It was worth it.
Like if you jump 3 mechs onto a Viper, the Viper should not get a kill before he dies.
10th Lyran's pushing off the Epsilon side here. They're gonna push for Epsilon, and they're just gonna start pressing. Yep. Like they have the advantage here. They know what's over here, and they're gonna use exactly what they're doing.
Lyran probably went. We have 1 mech on Kappa, and there are 3 mechs of theirs. So we know we have the advantage here. It's time to go. But once again, I just have to give a shout out to Cougar. Managing to get a kill in a 3v1 is just perfection. Yep. Like you can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, Shadow Ace goes down.
Shadow Ace does go down to Iron. Losing the Flea is pretty painful, but I don't know. Maybe Revenants will be able to pull it out. Revenants definitely disadvantage here though, health wise.
Yeah, I think Bacon has to be careful.
Super corralled here. I am very confused.
Why there's about 3 10th Lyran mechs against Iron there, and he's still alive. Lumi goes down in the Koloss. Iron Wolf's down to 52. Eco Ninja goes down by the Crusader. Sleepy needs to get in there and start using like his laser fist that he has. Bacon needs to be careful too, because right now he's the only light mech that can really go out and cap for 10th Lyran if it comes down to a cap fight. Because, again, they do have an Ice Ferret up. So, again, numbers-wise, it goes to 10th Lyran, but HP-wise, I think it's still Fjord's game. Django goes down, Andy goes down. It's a 4v3 situation. 3v3, Bacon goes down. Canadian's down.
Ooh, Canadian goes down.
Yeah.
I am concerned. I don't think Sleepy and Monk can
System
win
got
this
legged.
out.
System got legged. Shred's gonna go and cap now, which is exactly what he needs to do. I think System's...
No less just swinging on Sleepy here. Sleepy doesn't know it's coming. Maybe. Come on. How hard is Noblest? Be really cool if I
they need to finish him off.
Dead.
Yep. So then now they have one leg light, and the other one is gone cap. So it looks like Monk's gonna go and try and finish off System. Monk's still up to 81%. It's his head that's open. That's why.
So, if Revenant sets up a good area of denial, I think they win. I think they can hold Gamma, Theta, Epsilon.
Absolutely.
So I think Revenants has won this.
Yeah, a little sloppy on the execution, I think, from 10th Lyran. They kind of stalled out there. They started bleeding mechs, started losing mechs. From what could have been a really good, really clean sweep. Again, it was a little bit sloppy, but it's the skill check again. Like, that 1v3 that we talked about earlier. Fantastic job.
Sleepy Human is trying to catch his target on Sigma. I'm a little concerned because he is correct. Sigma is absolutely the most predictable play here. And Shred Metal's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think Sleepy's gonna go and just try and get an angle on it. He's in the really perfect spot. Yep.
How is Shred Metal looking?
He's banged up. Is he open to the legs? Okay, yeah.
He saw Sleepy. He's going for the cap anyways.
Oh, decap and run. Yep, perfect. Because you know he's there. Why are you jumping to scout him, sir? That is like
Shred. That's a very interesting play you're doing there.
You should have ran. I would have been across the canyon by now.
Oh my goodness! This jumping play.
Yeah, he's jumping too much, giving too much of his legs. He's legged and he's dead. Yep.
That's it. Yep.
The enemy has capped enough resources. We've failed.
I think him jumping up and constantly jumping up to see where he was the wrong mistake. He should have just said, hey, he's right there. He's probably grabbing the cap. I need to run. Looking at
Alright, let's look at this.
Yeah, looking at the damage spread here. Monk in the Blood Asp, again, 736, 2 kills. He's just absolutely being a menace, and Fjord doesn't have an answer for it. They tried to headshot him. It didn't work. And on the damage side for Fjord, you're looking at 517 from Andy and that Mad Cat. If you're Fjord, what do you do here? You're down to... You got... What is it? Bear Claw coming up. What do you do?
I don't know. I think... I don't know. I thought that Fjord was going to win this match. I thought that they had an advantage for quite some time, but I mean, I think it's just pure skill difference here. I think that, so I don't really know what Fjord can do, to be honest.
Let's take a look at at Bear Claw, right? The newest map for CS24 this year. I like it a lot. I don't know about everybody else, but I think it's generally kind of fun. It leaves a little bit to kind of still figure out. Cap strats are really good here. Push is really good. Because you can basically break this map down into 2 separate sections. You have the 5 line and to the left, and then you have the Echo 6 line to the right. Really depends on how teams play.
I was originally pretty leery at seeing Bear Claw added, but yeah, it's definitely solidified myself as strange map.
Yeah.
Or not a strange map. Well, actually, yeah, it is strange. Strange in the sense that it's probably the only map this year's CS that has so much variety in it. We've seen a myriad of ways it can be played, and as Ash pointed out, it's definitely fun for us viewers, but it can be a little stressful for the teams because how do you predict a map that has a trillion ways that your opponent can play it out?
Yeah, right. Again, like you have the cap strap, but the issue with with cap straps, right, is the caps are so far apart that like once you grab a cap, you can kind of almost forget about it. But at the same time, you're gonna have to send like an ice ferret or a flea. Excuse me. It's really something to go and dedicate and grab that cap. Epsilon's almost a death sentence because there's no cover for Epsilon, so you're gonna be looking for a Kappa fight essentially. Because from either Team 1 or Team 2, all you have to do is set up a mech in Delta 8, Delta 7, and then Fox 7 for Team 2, and you basically can deny Epsilon or hold it while still being available for the fight. Or you can just shove Theta with a lot of brawl or mid range. We see that a lot in Comp Q, especially just a lot of mid range Vom, shoving it right down the middle, going fast, hard hitting alphas. But we also have the push lane down the 4 line of the tarmac. I guess I'll call it that. Where you can kind of go up any one of those ramps and really catch something off guard as long as you're not scouted. There's just a lot of stuff you can do. It just really depends. If I'm Fjord here, I'm gonna try and find the weakness of 10th Lyran, which right now I don't think there is one. Like 10th Lyran's looking really good right now, so
I think I hate to be that guy. I always like to think, okay, how could an X team played, in order to make the win, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might just be it for Fjord. I think they might just be gone. I think this is it.
Or they could capitalize on a mistake. We saw this week 1 again with 10th Lyran where Carbon blew up and DSC took the advantage.
Carbon's here. If Carbon is in the Stone Rhino, there's a chance. There's a maybe. There's a hope. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really, really curious to see how this goes, because like 3-0s, like they're cool and all, like they're nice. They're nice for casters because like that allows us to kind of go and review our footage real quickly and make sure there wasn't anything that we missed and can improve on for the future casts. But at the same time, right, like I've been in this position before. I know you have too. Of like, I know that wasn't everything I could give. I want to keep going. I want to show that I can get better. But again, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what Fjord has to answer for. I'm gonna ask live for a poll or a bet.
And both teams are locked. Let's get to it.
Fantastic. Alrighty.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. On the FJRD side, we have a Death Strike, an Ice Ferret, a Flea, a Longbow Overcharge, a Shadowcat, a Stone Rhino 1, an Arctic Cheetah E. Okay. And a Crusader 6T.
I wonder what's on that cheetah.
Let's find out.
Yeah. I might have a sneaking suspicion, but again on the 10th Lyran side.
Rams? What?
Over on the 10th Lyran side, we have Executioner M, probably gonna be that same standard that Sleepy's been running. Monkey Otsko to Direwolf Prime. We're probably gonna see Gosvom, Bacon in the Incubus, Canadian in the Shadowcat, Carbon Fire, and an SR1. JP Django and a Flea 19, Villain in a Blackjack 1X, it's going to be standard Vomit, and then Viper, again, Cougar and the Viper. Carbon's SR1, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be 4 AC10, 2 Plasma.
What in the dollar store, Ebon Dragoon? Okay, yeah. FJRD making a beeline for Theta. JP Django going to meet them there.
Yeah. Monk is 2-year large, 2 hag 30, 6-year medium on the Dire Prime.
I like that. I like that a lot. That is mega vomit. JP Django trying to get early shots on artillery, not even caring about Theta at all. He just wants the damage.
Yeah.
10th Lyran Guards is sending a mech towards Epsilon. Fjord is sending a mech towards Kappa. However, the Fjord mech is taking his sweet time. And FJRD is barreling their mechs towards the center, while Revenants is sort of playing it a little more careful on the side. However, looking at their longbow overcharge with 2 binaries and 6 ER meds, along with their Stone Rhino of AC10s and only 2 plasmas, this feels like a push deck from Fjord. This feels like we want to get aggro and we want to run at you quickly. We still want mid range in case we stall, but yeah, Fjord is definitely playing a lot more of an aggressive deck here. I still can't get over that Arctic Cheetah. That is a hipster pick if I've ever seen one. Urban, I know in drop 1 I said you bring weird mechs. I take it all back. Arctic Cheetahs and SRM Arctic Cheetahs just so much weirder.
So I think
get good quirks.
Yeah, it has quirks. It has like I think really good velocity and spread. I was looking at it earlier.
Are they Ebon Dragoon level quirks?
It's not a mislinks, so there's your answer. I think it has like Excel decel too. I'm not sure.
Why? I am literally looking at the quirks of this mech right now, and I'm just like, why would you do that?
Maybe they had 5 tons to spare, and they said, "Hey, this is better for us." Who knows?
That's kind of the thing about CS though, is that when it comes to your mediums and lights, you don't always have to ton up. Sometimes a 45 tonner is better than your 50 tonner. If that 45 tonner is a Shadowcat or in Nice Ferret, every time it's better.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lyran Guard has a 1 cap against Revenants, or against Fjord's 3 cap. It's about to be 2v2 as Lyran Guard has somebody getting their home cap. It is Django and the Flea, and Atreus is deciding not to take it, or deciding not to fight him, or maybe just play it safe. Bacon Lord swinging wide in the Incubus. I feel like it's still pretty neck and neck even in damage, but there is a very slight cap lead in the favor of Revenant.
Looks like Sigma's someone's about to get ganked on Sigma's. It's not Cougar this time.
About to die.
So yeah, he's down. So this is the advantage that Fjord needs. Yeah. This is the advantage Fjord needs right here. Is they have the mech advantage. They can realistically hold 2 cap.
Well, Andy and Noblest are a little worse for wear, and they are a little isolated. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yep. Revenants is sending their lights to try to angle out Noblest, who's down to 63% and not looking so hot. He's almost open CT. Villain gets a really good shot on Andy from the side, and Noblesse is just completely isolated. I think he's going to die for free here. As
Arthan's
Revenant
over there
seems to
trying.
have found the point that they want to push and fight for. Noblesse is going to swing and get a shot on Monkeyatsu. Is Monkeyatsu going to fire back, or is Noblesse going to get that?
It looks like it looks like Villain's about to get picked here because he's basically by himself, and System and Iron are just gonna go and eat Villain for free. Like down he goes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Fjord on this map. Never doubt them.
Carbon is getting swung by Atreus. Carbon gets a brutal back shot onto him. Carbon is in a weird spot here.
Yeah, Carbon's down.
Not the place you want to find yourself.
Sleepy
Noblesse
Human
is
down.
Opens the leg on Atreus.
Monk's down.
Oh wow.
Bacon again is trying to.
Is this
Sleepy's
gonna be a
down.
reverse sweep?
Never doubt them.
Bacon Lord just trying to live as long as he can in his little incubus. I don't know if he's legged or not.
Bacon
He's
self-destructed.
legged.
Yeah, now it's just Canadian and the Shadow Cat, and I think this goes to Fjord.
Okay.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Fjord was hearing the schmack you were talking, all right? Yeah, good job, Fjord. They just
Look at the damage here.
Yeah.
JP getting 44, caught out early. The highest on Fjord being a Stone Rhino 1. Andy. There's not really any big damages to write home about. Everything here is pretty within normal margins.
Again, good job, Fjord.
Oh, I was on the lobby overlay this whole time. Man, I'm not doing 3 casts in a day again.
I
thank
feel that. Good sir.
No, thank you.
All right. So we're now on Bog and a side swap. Thank you, Live, for doing that prediction, by the way. That makes me happy.
Hello?
Yes?
Sorry, no, I just had a mini stroke as I was trying to swap sides.
Ah, fantastic.
I momentarily forgot where I was.
So again, now we go to Bog. Again, I would...
I want to see somebody bring Thunderbolts.
Has nobody brought Thunderbolts today either?
Nope.
In my opinion, Thunderbolts are extremely strong. Extremely strong. They are great for killing lights. They're great for punishing firing lines if you can have locks on them the entire time. Like the longbow, I think it's what, the 12C or the 12R? One of the two. Really, really great quirks for it. Throws about 60 damage at a lock on, and I think it even has range. Bull sharks aren't allowed yet, right? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Bull
sharks will not be allowed until next week.
Next
week, the bull shark and Black Hawk coup becomes legal.
Oof. Man, we're about to see a lot more Daka start getting thrown around. And the Bull Shark 3, too.
Lord.
The Bull Shark 3 has a nasty little brawl build, but more importantly, Thunderbolts.
Yeah. 4 Thunderbolt 15s high mounted is, oh boy, terrifying.
And you can throw smalls on there, too, as just a little bit of haha. Yeah, I want Thunderbolts, too. Because I know that they're busted and nobody's using them yet. I guarantee you, every single team that's in here that's still in contention right now has a Thunderbolt deck that they are saving until they need it.
Oh, come on. I don't know. I was about to say that I predict Revenants win this, but then I also predicted Revenants win the last game, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very curious, very interesting to see how this game's gonna go. If you're Fjord, You gotta hope that 10th Lyran again makes another mistake. That's all you have to do is keep catching mistakes against some of these really strong teams. That's how you basically fight as an underdog. Again, you were able to 2v1 Django in a fleet. That was perfect. That's a really great grab. Because then you eliminate one of their best light pilots in the game. So now he has to sit there and they have to compensate for that. And then you're holding down the Theta, denying it from 5J to have it. Granted, you didn't have it, but you didn't need it. You were in perfect contention to deny it. You caught Villain by himself on Theta while the rest of his team was pushing something else. Textbook by Fjord, I think.
I am. Wait. I don't want to. Oh boy, I don't want to say I'm scared for, but I definitely understand the feeling they're in. Where you are this close to it being gone, and it's you don't want to change anything because it's not a safe idea to change strats last minute, but at the same time, you are just praying for a chance to work things out.
Yeah. Like if you have a Hail Mary deck that you've practiced tried and true, this is the time to use it, I think. Get you into drop 5, really just kind of cement, that seed of doubt into 10th Lyran.
Come on, Revenants, ready up.
They even asked for a time check. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've asked before, just because sometimes I get
Mhm.
stupid and forget to do a timer on my end.
Team 1's locked. We're waiting on Team 2. So they're set up Alpha Charlie, if we're gonna look here for Bog. For Team 1 is right side. Like, are they gonna try and make this a north-south game? Don't know.
Oh, I kind of want FJRD to brawl. I just kind of want them to group up and run at the enemy.
This would be the time to do it. Again, like, that's tried and true what they do. That is what they are known for, is just brawl.
Dervishes.
And dervishes.
Brawl.
Yeah, dervish. So maybe we'll see Thunderbolts too in the back. I'm a sucker for adding lock-ons into push. Like LRMs or Thunderbolts, even ATMs, like they're so great as adding that little bit of extra confusion. Come on, Iron. Ready up. Let's go. Let's go. We're making.
Do it, please.
Now think about it. Back to the Bear Claw map. I don't think Fjord's lost Bear Claw at all. I have to look at the statistics on it, but don't think. Yeah, I don't think they've lost on Bear Claw once. I don't know. Someone's gonna fact check me and tell me I'm wrong and I'm dumb. So. Now we're waiting on the lock.
Come on, FJRD. can't just blue ball us like this.
Again, they heard all the schmack you were talking and want to really, really put it to you, you know? Doobie 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 doo. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
There we go.
All right,
There we go.
thank God. Man, drop 4 in just under an hour. This is going fantastic.
Thank God. I did not have it in me to do another long cast.
I hope they bring nothing but ear large and this is just slow plink to death.
I will probably fall asleep. Nope, it's a brawl deck. It's a brawl deck.
It's a brawl. We're brawling, boys. Oh, linebacker. We should be getting a buff Tuesday. Right, yeah.
Yep. Revenants is bringing a Viper, a Crusader, a Flea, a Longbow 7V, a Stone Rhino 4, a Shadow Cat, a Katana Cat, and a Mad Cat Mark 2B. So Revenants is super docket heavy. Very sustained DPS. Compared to FJRD. Ooh, what do they got?
Hey, that Arcticheetah's back.
Don't talk about it.
The linebacker, this is what I'm curious on. 4 SRM6, 3 ER micros on the linebacker. Very curious. Summoner M, again, 4 SRM6 Artemis, 4 SRM2 Artemis. Very interesting considering that a lot of the traditional is going to be on the B with just 8 SRM6. Vipers is going to be Vipering, Osiris is going to be Osirising, and the Shadowcat P. With a Proto 8 on it, by the way.
Alrighty. So, FJRD not even balling up. They're just running straight in. 5JDX. If I'm 5J, I probably have an inkling, or I'm just at least mildly concerned about the possibility of a brawl. So, if I was if I was Lyran, I would at least group up a bit, or at least try to scout. Cougar's definitely doing that right now. Of which, the moment you see a linebacker and a summoner, you just know. You just know what's coming. That's it. So.
Did you look at the Stone Rhino 4?
That 5JD will at least scout it out.
Yeah. This Carbon Stone Rhino is 6 AC5s, and that's it.
That is a lot of sustained.
Yeah. Amster's gonna peek around the right, towards Epsilon here. They're bald, they're waiting. I think they're waiting on their lights to tell them where to go. I think the push might be coming here soon. Kodiak and SR pushing upwards towards the middle here. Very typical standard play for Daka. I think it's been scouted. Again, the tricky part is how does Fjord push this if they know that there's 2 Daka mechs sitting in the backfield? Those Daka mechs are in a perfect position to receive, and here comes the push. It's a split. And he's going to be diving in there first with the linebacker's armored buff that recently gotten, like, not too long ago. It looks like...
about to get run down by 3 FJRD lights.
Yeah, and artillery just completely ran past the 2 Lyran, Bacon and the Viper, and pushing straight for the bigs. All of their bigs, I think, are going straight for Carbon and Sleepy, trying to get that Dock out the way.
Canadian's legged. He's trying to shield his last leg.
Canadian self-destructs.
Self-destructs. Carbon is getting blown up from the rear.
Yeah.
They're going for his rear instead of his legs. That's strange, but you do
Lumi's down. Carbon goes down finally.
Hipster is legged in his Osiris. Artillery's down. Overheats himself.
Yeah, interesting. Revan's on to 63% in his Shadowcat. Bacon's getting chased down by Eco. No, never mind. They decide to go and finish off Sleepy in the Mad Cat. So down goes all the Daka mechs for...
Everybody's just overheating.
Yeah. And he's still up 42% in that linebacker, by the way. And never mind, down he goes. Django again cleaning up with that flea. Like, Django... Oh, but yeah, Bacon gets leg. Monk is gonna stay and trying to help him fight off against Iron, but he sees the Viper coming up. Iron's down to 58% and basically CT ready to pop. Bacon goes down by Eco Ninja. You have Cougar and Django working together in tandem to try and finish off the bigs for Fjord. Monk again just playing cat and mouse with Iron and Eco right now. He needs to finish off Iron so he can start focusing on the Viper. Cougar's down to 57%, fighting Arthur right here. Monk goes down. Now it's really up to Django and Cougar here. Arthur putting that Arctic Cheetah to really good use. Cougar at 45%. Django's trying to get the flank here on Noblesse to try and get him from the rear as they're pressing into Cougar.
Cougar's just doing everything he can to try to salvage a losing fight, but I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how long he'll last. Yep, there he goes.
Now it's just Django in the Flea 19. Noblesse did get some shots off him because I think he saw him flanking around. Looking at like some of the HP of these mechs here. Again, Noblesse should be dead. Arthen's been legged. The Kodiak is right torso open. Django kills Iron finally. But he has to deal with, I think, a relatively fresh Viper.
I have faith.
Yeah, oh, that Viper's legs are basically gone. Depends on how much ammo Django has. Like that's really going to be the big deciding factor because again, he doesn't have any lasers on it. It's just straight mag shot. So
Theta is controlled by the enemy. They've taken Epsilon.
if it's me, I'm trying to find the Viper and leg him as quickly as possible because the Arctic Cheetah's already legged. The SR is basically non-existent. He's about to die. And then you just have to deal with a semi-fresh Kodiak that you can have and lower his speed. And then you just gotta play the cap game.
Easy win. He's got it.
Yeah.
Easy win.
This is not the fight you need to be taking,
Nope.
Django. He gets legged.
The win is no longer easy.
He lost the mag. Yeah, down goes Django.
The enemy has capped enough.
That could have
Are we
been
going to
possible.
drop 5?
We are going to drop 5.
There is an ice cream sandwich with my name on it, and I want it so bad, but no. We have to go to drop 5. Screw it. I'm not even mad. I'm always happy to go to drop 5.
Absolutely.
We're going to Terra Therma.
Yeah, so looking at the damage numbers, System 679 in the Kodiak with 1 kill for the Fjord side, and then for Revenants, again, highest damage, 553 coming from Django, trying to hold out and kill as much as he can. I think he just picked the wrong fight. The Kodiak was a 1 mech he did not need to fight. So...
Alrighty.
Thunderbolts?
Ooh. I don't think Thunderbolts are very worthwhile on Terra Therma.
I will disagree with you. I think you can use Thunderbolts to hold down Theta quite effectively and to really punish any attempt to push that side as well. So, but I mean, again, this is for all intents and purposes, this is another push map for Fjord. Like, 10th Lyran is on Team 1, which I do not think has the favorable side to do a cap strat from, because cap strat typically is going to be reserved for Team 2 that we've seen from a lot of teams. Kind of holding those rocks that are right above Kappa, really allowed you to deny Sigma, or hold Kappa, hold Gamma, and really kind of make your line there on the on the 6 line. So, could we see Fjord beat Revenants here?
I know plenty of people who will see Fjord getting to top 4 in CS and will say, "This is it. Comp is dead. This is the end of MWO." But I don't know, dude. I definitely wouldn't have predicted them to get top 4, but I also predicted KDCM to get top 4. So, like, really, I may not be the smartest.
Yeah, I had
We
KDCM.
got 10th place.
I had KDCM as a top 4 team, too, so it's okay. It's alright. We were both let down. Man, are we gonna see a Fjord Mantra rematch from Invitationals?
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. But no, I still think Revenant is going to come out of this with a win. It may just be a more shaky win than we initially predicted.
Yeah. I know 10th Lyran has the skill to beat Fjord. I don't know about the morale over there. Because you just lost 2 drops back to back.
Yeah, definitely uncomfortable. But I mean, if there's any time to lock in, it's now.
Yeah, look, Jeds, I have clans to play after this, alright? Like, we do need this to speed up just a little bit. But in all seriousness, like, this has been a fun one to cast. I'm glad I was actually able to cast this, because going to drop 5, you don't see it a whole lot. You know, like... Especially, who would have thought Fjord and 10th Lyran, formerly known as 5J, would
be the teams going to drop 5?
Yeah. Who would have thought? I mean, say what you say what you want about what the current meta is right now, or say what you want about, you know, skill levels and everything. This is just a good old classic slugfest, and I'm here for it.
Say what you want about Fjord, but the fact that they have made it to top 6 is an astounding glow up from how they've done in previous years.
I thought they historically get like 6th place, don't they? Somebody's gonna fact check us. It's fine.
Both teams are locked. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
That way, I don't have to answer, and I don't get a bunch of angry people being like, "You're underestimating our team, buddy." I don't know. Not like I don't know as in your team is bad, but I don't know as in I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. What do I know?
The Bane.
The Bane. I do know the Bane. I have been living the Bane, and I am tired of living the Bane. I can't wait for the Bane to come out so I can move on to the mech that's coming after the Bane.
Yeah.
But for now, 10th Lyran Guards is wearing an Ice Ferret, Mistlynx, Madcat Mark 2B, Incubus, Viper, Stone Rhino 1, Kodiak 3, Blackjack 3. That is 3, or Blackjack 1X. That is 3 DACA assaults right there.
I mean, considering the fact that Fjord is again bringing your favorite Arctic Cheetah, again, another DACA assault, Madcat Mark 2B, the DPS Osiris, Ice Ferret, DPS again, Kodiak 3. This is the exact same deck from Bog. Yeah, like this is just gonna be.
Sorry, I need to write something real quick.
By all means.
Dear GM patient, please take Arctic Cheetahs away from our thing. Thanks, love you, bye. Okay. So Revenants is sending Cougar alone to Sigma. Their entire team is walking to Epsilon and then probably walking to Theta. FJRD is not doing the Kappa hold, which is good because we've
yeah.
seen the Kappa hold happen twice today, and we've seen the Kappa hold lose twice today. So we are going to see instead a good old fashioned Daka brawl on Theta.
This is what we want. This is what the folks came here to see. Just mecha on mecha violence.
We have gained Epsilon.
Arthur and Canadian are going to meet each other here. Revan's going to come up right behind Arthur to kind of support him. And again, the Shadowcat P, as opposed to using a classic Plasma AP Goss, using that Proto and the AP Goss. Very interesting choice on between the difference of Shadowcats, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Arthur definitely making the wise play and not trying to fight Canadian on Theta, because no matter what you see in that Arctic Cheetah, it can't fight nice for it.
Yeah.
It just can't.
Nice.
Bacon Lore getting some early damage onto Revan, getting him down to 89%. Jesus. That is painful to see as the opening. It looks like both sides are going over the G pass. Okay.
Looking at Lumi's Incubus, it's 2 beams, 5 light machine guns, as opposed to the 5. So I think they're going for just more overall DPS for the stair. Yeah, this is. I want to see some slugs getting tossed. Come on, just fight. This is a perfect way to end this slugfest right now. Bacon's gonna lead the charge in. They're gonna try and maybe do a split push here. No, looks like they're gonna try and push Artillery Hamster and Arth, and Canadian Lumia pushing that way. Django's gonna try and pop over the top with the assaults coming right behind him, looking right, absolutely pummeling System.
Carbon down to 73%. Kodiak 3 is pretty fragile. FJRD lights are coming in, and they are fighting down out of the range of their bigs.
Carbon goes down.
Are just isolated here. Carbon goes down. Artillery and Eco goes down. Iron Wolfpack's down to 43%. He is halved and legged.
I think there was
FJRD just lost it. By trying to pick a fight outside of their bigs. I think
there was a miscall there, or miscommunication, or something. Because
and now Noblest and Andy are coming in. Andy's about to die. Atreus is coming in behind him, trying to bail him out, but
Andy's down.
Oh my god, I predicted a Revenant's win. I did not predict it would be like this.
Yeah. I don't realistically see a way for Fjord to really come back from this. Like this. Good job, 10th. Like, way to find the mistake, to find the chink in the armor. Yeah, and again, shout out to Fjord for making this a fight.
Will provide us huge tactical benefits.
I definitely think that there was a miscommunication or a miscall there about taking that fight there. I don't know, I wasn't in the comms, but I feel like there was a miscommunication there. Eco Ninja and Iron Wolf both doing double digits. Eco doing 80, Iron doing 75. Their max damage is going to come from Andy and the Mad Cat doing 498. Over on the 10th Lyran side, a lot of the damage is kind of even there, but you got Monk and the SR1, 638 with 1 kill. Really just kind of, again, Monk's been their damage dealer. So, again, congrats to 10th Lyran.
Yep, going on to fight Mantra, and I believe FJRD is eliminated in 6th place, and that is it. I don't really know what else I have to say. GG's to FJRD. Y'all put up one hell of a fight, and of course GG's to Revenant pulling out a decisive win in drop 5, because they looked shaky.
Yeah.
They looked rough. And then drop 5, they were like, oh, I'm sorry, let's try again, and absolutely destroyed Fjord.
Yeah, again, I'm just glad it was a slugfest. Like, the coming to the drop 5 and just really is my favorite types of matches to cast. So again, just a really great bout between the two teams. With that being said, again, Tios, thank you so much. I know you've been super, super busy with clans, working on the Bane and everything, so thank you so much for stopping by the cast. I appreciate it. I know everybody else does. So,
thank you for joining me, and tune in everyone next week for Mantra against Revenants, and I believe that's it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace.